Hello and welcome back to the Kerbal Space program. My name is WWEdeadman, but you already know that. As you see, we also have a VIP to orbit around Kerbin available. I'd say we just do that alongside with the others, because we've got 2 tourists to orbit and space suborbital space flights. So, I guess we're just gonna send 3 people at the same time. Did I actually save the thing I did last time? I don't think so. Yeah, actually I did. Tourist experiment. You know, the thing is, I want to experiment. I want to do that experiment before I actually launch it. So, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna offset this in so it doesn't look like anything, and then I'm also gonna make sure that this flies up and just comes back without anyone on board, so we can test out this re-entry method. We're gonna need a bunch of batteries on this, and I'm just gonna attach them like on here, so we have more mass on this, and also some solar panels that will probably rip off during re-entry anyway, but I don't care. And no. Yeah, I don't want to do that there. I don't want to accidentally blind my passenger or anything. He's gonna have a nice view on a solar panel that reflects a whole lot of sunlight. Because these are pretty reflective if you look. Anyway, so we're definitely gonna need a fairing on that, and I feel like stock fairing will do here. So give me actually a stock fairing. And that will not do. Not from there at least. Structural stuff would be nice, but we don't have structural stuff like that. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and put... I need some of this anyway. Torque is always good. Yeah. Could you? Please? Why? Why does it sometimes work and sometimes not? I don't understand you. This should work. Oh, this is clipping there. Oh. Can we wait? You can't go out any more than that. So up until here we're fine. Here that happens. That's off center then. So let's offset this a bit to the right. And then try to build the fairing again. That's the furthest I'm gonna go. Yeah, now it's too far this way. I'm getting annoyed. Seriously, game. Work with me here. Still too far this way? Come on, this should be quite exactly the middle. Now it sticks out the other side. I love you, game. Okay, if this doesn't work... Yeah, it obviously doesn't work. Good. Then we're not gonna use the fucking fairing of stupidity here, but actually use a good fairing. And for that I also need a little bit of construction work before that. As in, not that one. That one. Aerodynamics, fairing base. Actually, I forgot. We have a pretty good fairing base that does the change in diameter as well. So that's actually pretty damn awesome. Egg-shaped fairings on here. And nothing clips through because this actually shapes itself and doesn't give you any stupid limitations like the stock fairings do. Okay, do we need anything else on this? Parachutes maybe would be nice. I think our tourists would consider that a very helpful thing to have. What I want right now is I want mirror symmetry and that. Hey, that works. Cool. And that. Not the entire thing. Game. You're copying the wrong thing. Oh, wait. X. Good. And probably like here, and I'm just gonna paste over my flag here, and that should definitely be enough to actually make this go down safely, I hope. In any way, back to normal symmetry. Good. And now put this on a thing that can actually fly this up. Make sure that no one's in there. Phil, get out. So this comes before that. This comes before that. Quite honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I hope we can figure that out in due time. If I put like a poodle there. And make sure this fires before opening that. That's 2000 delta V. And then another 2000 delta V maybe, to just make sure that we can get up and back down without any problems, even if we've got overweight tourists. Mainsail. Yeah. That fires, that this decouples and fires, that decouples, and we come back down. This should be totally fine this way. Just to be safe though, even if 1.6 is definitely a totally normal thrust to weight ratio, going to go a little bit, you know, on the safe side here and add some thumper boosters to just lift this off the pad a bit. These look so tiny. Why do these look so tiny? Because I'm used to the kickbacks by now. That's all that really is to that. Aerodynamic nose cone. Do we have the slanted nose cone? We don't. Dang. Well, I'm gonna use the Type A cone then. Because we never get to use that otherwise. I wanted the slanted one because I wanted that to look in a little bit. Because it looks better in my opinion. More realistic. Anyway. Kinda looks a bit like an Ariane 5. So I want this to go with this. I want, of course, these to go with this. Then we get rid of that. We get rid of that and go with that. And this should be fine. And now without the weird spelling. Experimental. Don't double L me keyboard. I don't know. For some reason, my keyboard sometimes double taps on the L key. It's weird. Experimental re-entry. Vehicle. Safe. And then I'd say launch and see how well that actually goes. SAS on, almost full thrust, let's say 2/3. That would make this have, yeah, should be okay on the thrust to weight. And 3, 2, I should have strutted these. 1, go. Don't go weird directions. Just because of your slanted boosters. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the boosters ended up doing something stupid and crashing into the side of the rocket and destroying everything or something. Then we'd at least know that we need to do something about that. Would you stop spinning? Thank you. nose cones are getting red hot. I'll let them swing a bit so they don't do stupid stuff. That's essentially it. That should be lower by now. Definitely should be on the horizon by now. Let's just make this a nice 90-kilometer orbit. Lose the fairings about... I don't know. About 66 kilometers up, because here they don't really do anything anymore. And maybe turn your solar panels to the sun. Or some of them. I don't know. Wherever the sun is. Okay, strut that. Good. Now we know that. Almost orbit. Get forward to the actual apoapsis. And pretty much, actually, this is going to be our re-entry scheme anyway. So I'm just gonna ditch the fuel and say goodbye. And try to turn this into the airstream the way it should fall. Something like this. Yeah. And then we're gonna fast forward and see how well that goes. Make sure that you actually keep your heading the way you want. Okay. Can I have a free camera? Thank you. Looks way better right away. So let's see if these heat shields actually do what they're supposed to do if I offset them like that. Because it could totally be that they don't actually work this way. And I want to know if that's a thing. Okay. Also, it would probably be nice to have something that actually looks this way. Just so I can actually see what I'm doing. Pro and retrograde wise, I mean. Anyway. Let's get to the shock heating. Kind of looks like a surfboard, doesn't it? The heat shield. A very weird surfboard, but still. And it's kind of what we're doing. We're surfing down the atmosphere. Okay, we're coming to the dark side of Kerbin, so I'm gonna actually bring up the ambient light so you can see something. Like, if there's one essential mod for any Let's Player of KSP out there, then it's this mod. Or alternatively, Planet Shine, if we also want the like pretty reflections of planets giving you like nice lights on your vehicles. I had that installed on my last series. I just didn't install much on this series at all because I wanted to go as stock as possible for me. And that's our that is our that's our engine falling down, weirdly enough without any re-entry effects. And that's, I mean, it's already way lower than we are, so you'd expect shock heating. It's so goddamn warm in here. The plastic bottle of water I've got next to me actually bends if I pick it up. And it's completely wet because the humidity in the air totally condenses on it. Okay, there we go. Almost want to be like this. If for nothing else, the effects are at least nice to see where the airflow is going. Now I'm excited to see whether this works. If it does, then next episode you can expect the 3 tourists to go up with that, or 2 tourists and 1 VIP. Whatever very important person wants to go to the to orbit of Kerbin. I'm gonna F5 here. And then turn off SAS. What does that do? It's actually aerodynamically stable this way. Almost. Kinda. Weird. I pressed R instead of T, but hey. It just turns like around like this. Which isn't too much of a problem. It can spin this way all at once. As long as it keeps its heading in every other direction. I am really surprised. So far. Yeah. And that has a hot spot exactly where there's no... is that actually heat or is that just the re-entry effects coming through? Because that's exactly where there's no shield. That would be like I'd be amazed if that works. This is pretty damn awesome. Stuff should start heating up if there was any, like, heating up going on at all. Just a little bit of a blader going down. Again, F5 and off. Yeah, this is so completely stable. Look at that. It's only spinning around in this direction. Like a... This... This is just a little bit of spinning that... Wow. I'm amazed. This worked better than I thought. And remember, I have re-entry heat on 120% in this save. Unless someone reset that. Save to deploy, so let's deploy. That's of course Stock Plus doing its thing, with the radial shoots actually going away radially instead of just going straight up from where they are. Makes them clip into each other much less. They do still do it, but hey. I don't think it's actually possible to make it not clip into each other at all. I don't think that there's actually a mod for that. That's why I think it's not possible. So yeah, let's go down to 1,000 meters. And let's see what they do on full extent. Nice, 5.3, that should be totally fine. Come on, get down. You're way too slow, game. Okay. We're gonna let our scientists and engineers take a look at that and see if anything weird was anywhere on the like instruments. And analyze the data and everything, and then they're gonna tell us that this is totally fine and we can totally use that. Okay, and anyway, was there any other contracts I wanted to do? Station around Ike, surface outpost on Minmus, and position satellite in a specific orbit around the sun. All that happening. those are all things that are on their way or still in planning phase, so yeah.